Yo, today we're going to be working on a special one. Just like the PSP, it's also a kind of nice portable console. It was nowhere near the PSP level, but today we're going to be looking at another one. Here in this box here, we got ourselves another PlayStation portable console. Not the PlayStation Portable though, which is the PSP. It is the PS Vita. Look at that. And it matches right into the mat. Look how cool that is. It's an orange PS Vita that I bought. This one came from eBay, so that would make this an eBay slop video. Now this PSP came straight from Japan. I wish I had a piece of paper to lay down here so we had a little bit of a difference in color between the device and my table. This is a PS Vita. It's a PS Vita 2000. When did these come out, you might be asking? I'm not 100% sure. So yeah, this came out in 2013, 2014. Look at that fucking look at that focus. PS4 also came out in 2013, so you can already see what's going to be happening here. This wasn't as popular as a PSP, which we have one right here. Boom, we got the PSP as well. This was nowhere near the popularity of the PSP due to the fact that it came out around the same time as the PS4. There's also a few other factors, like the memory card itself was very expensive to get the memory expansions, and a few other things. Now, despite all that, compared to the PSP, the PS Vita actually has both joysticks. Unlike a PSP that only has one. But unlike the PSP, it doesn't have the UMD slot. This was one of the things that made the PSP very unique in comparison, is the fact that you can put UMDs in the back of it. Also movies and stuff. And you can play your movies, you can play your games with a UMD, which was also very cool back in the day. The PSP got, the PS Vita, I should say, got rid of the UMD slot and opted for a touchpad on the back. So the back is supposed to be like a touchpad in comparison, and yeah, that is the main differences. Let's once again do our comparison to the Steam Deck. So here is a Steam Deck. This is a PS Vita. Once again, it's about the size of the screen, a little bit bigger this time than the screen. It's also a little bit more, yeah, you can see it's a little bit bigger than a PSP, barely. Since it's a PS Vita 2000, it doesn't have the OLED screen, it's an LCD screen instead. It's also not as chunky. It's a lot slimmer. These are the slim models of PS Vita. But now the question is, does this PS Vita that I ordered from eBay that came from Japan actually work? That's a great question. We got a green light, so that means it's turning on. We get the PlayStation logo, Sony, and just like that, it does work. Now the question I have mostly for this thing is if it's already modded, because it is a Japanese model. You can see it on the back. You can't really see it in the camera, but there's a lot of Japanese text on it. As you can see, it is a Japanese model. So the question is it already modded? Because this thing apparently has no region lock, which I would imagine means they already modded it some way. So let's just go ahead and get into it. Play some snazzy ass music when you start it up too. I like that. This says 2015 is the last date. I doubt that's accurate. Considering the fact that it was worked on recently, I'm pretty sure it's been used recently as well. Now, PS Vita, the Vita in PS Vita stands for life. Vita in Latin is life. So PlayStation Life, if you want to translate it and be fancy. I'm just going to be cool and call it a PS Vita, because that's about as normal as it gets, I think. I want to skip it so bad, please. It won't let me. It's literally a fucking thing in the top corner that says you can't skip this. I will just let it play out. Okay, let's see what we got. Do we have, I don't think it is modded. Let's see what our last firmware was. This application live area screen, the start application, prep start. Okay, so they have it fully updated to the last firmware, it looks like. Alright, so that means we have to go ahead and mod it ourselves. So we need to go to the web browser, which they had a web browser on this thing, which is actually kind of crazy. So we go to this website, and then this should unlock my PS Vita. Unlock my Vita. You're about to launch this. After the process is complete, the web browser will close, unlock it, and now we're jailbreaking it. Just like the PSP, it's pretty easy to jailbreak a PS Vita as well. So after that, it should let us out of here. So now we got PS Vita deploy, and we should also have other thing, if I remember how to get to it correctly. Yes, it's right here. Look at that. So yeah, we go to Vita deploy, and we're gonna install a different OS is what we want to do, because we want to be on 3.65. Apparently it's the easiest one to do jailbreaking with and all that fun stuff. So we got to be on that. So we're just gonna go ahead and start that, let it download, let it do its thing, and we should be chilling. It's gonna take a second here. Okay, here we go, here we go. Okay, so we got this all set up. We need to confirm. It's gonna make us wait 20 seconds, and eventually it should pop up with another confirm, and then we should be good to go to get our SD card that we have here installed to the PSP, or the PS Vita. I keep calling it a PSP. There we go, that's in now. Let's make sure we're on the right firmware. I don't know how to fully check that on this thing. It's easier on the PSP. A lot of stuff's going to be easier with the PSP than this. Yep, 3.65. Okay. And let's make sure our spoof is right. So spoofed version, we need 3.74. So now that this is all good, we got everything downloaded. We need to set up the SD card. So let's go ahead and get this set up. This is an adapter. Just like in the PSP, there's an adapter, and then you can put an SD card into the adapter, and it expands your storage, which is very good. That is what we want. And it's as easy as this is the adapter, and you just slip the SD card in like so, I think, right? So there you go. We got the SD adapter with the SD card in it. So now we can put this in the Vita, and we can use this for more storage. It's also going to be easier to put games on it, which is what we want. So the next part is we go down to here via Vita Deploy. Vita Deploy, we can now install some app. The one that we want is this SD card app, which is gonna read our adapter with the SD card in it. Essentially, that's what we want. Yeah, we got that in now. There it is. There it is on the screen now. YAMT installer. That's going to be for our SD card. So what you want to do is install the light version of it. This is going to help with the... Did it do that? There we go. All right, it's going to reboot now, it looks like. So we're going to let it reboot. That's going to allow us to use our SD card now on the PS Vita. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Ooh. Okay, we're back. So now that we got this, we can put our SD card in, I'm pretty sure. That in, so we're gonna put our SD card in. Of course, I have no fingernails, so I have to find something to open this up with. There we go. And this is gonna go down in here, like so. I think it goes this way. There we go. Now we should have more storage. But there's going to be more. We're going to have to redo a few of these steps because now we're going to put everything onto the card instead of it being on my internal. All right. So now that it's in, you go down to Vita Deploy again. I still see Japanese text. I don't know what's going on with that. So in miscellaneous, you go down to the format storage. The target's going to be the SD2 Vita. And we can format that now. And it's formatted. So now that it's formatted, that's good. All right, so what we need to do now is make sure this thing doesn't update. Because our biggest problem is if it updates, it's going to get rid of everything we just did. Auto start settings, and it's going to say download update files, downloaded update files or system software. We want to uncheck that, so now it's not going to auto update for us. Therefore, we don't have to worry about everything we just did getting completely wiped off the face of the earth. Then we can go to our storage device. Devices, storage device, use this. Default is that, and then our other one is going to be internal. So we're mostly going to just be using our SD card instead of the actual internal storage they have already on the Vita. So now that we did all that, we can power down the console. Hold this down. Power off. Turn it back on. You got to hold it down to turn it back on. There we go. We got a green light. Now we're using that, and it should have got rid of all our stuff because now it's going to be gone. Because it's now using the SD card. So we have to reinstall what we just did basically, and that's no problem. It should be quicker than last time. All right, so we're going to check our system information. We want to make sure our capacity is at 116 gigabytes because this is a 128 gigabyte SD card. So we want to make sure it actually matches the capacity and that we're actually using the SD card, which we are. It's at the right thing right there. So I'm not sure if you all can see that, but it is right. So yeah, we're good. So now we got our Vita Deploy back once again. What is this up in the corner? There's like a bubble. There's no notifications. That's cool. All right, so now that we got Vita Deploy, we can actually download some stuff that's going to be useful to our jailbreaking process. Mostly just a bunch of apps now. homebrew stuff, all that fun stuff. Honestly, we're just gonna download everything. We're gonna go ahead and just download all of this. Boom, we're just gonna get everything downloaded, then we don't have to worry about any of it. So now we can do like custom themes and stuff. It's all bouncing around, letting us know it's here. So we got Vita DB, which I'm pretty sure gives you like plugins and stuff for the Vita. We have PKG, which is actually where we can get some games on the Vita. Battery fixer. I don't know what this one does, but that's a thing. We got custom themes. Adrenaline, which actually is like the PSP like screen. It does it through the PSP instead, which is actually very cool. We're gonna go to PKG and try to get some games real quick so we can test out the Vita, see how it plays, and see if we like it. We can get like PS1 games and stuff too through this. So yeah, once you refresh it, it's going to load all the stuff up. So we can get games, DLC, we can get everything basically through this. Let's go ahead and get Borderlands 2. We want the USA version because, yeah. And there we go. We're downloading Borderlands 2 right now. It's going to be a while for it to download, but we'll just let it sit for a little. While that downloads, we're going to get into everything else that I want to do. I kind of want to open this up and see what it looks like inside because this was refurbished apparently. The outside looks pretty good. I don't see any like crazy visible problems on the outside. There is some scratches, but that's really about it on the cosmetic scale. So we'll wait for this to download. We'll see if we want to open it up or not. I don't think it's really necessary. I'm just kind of going to trust the eBay store that this came from because they sell a lot of Vitas. They sell a lot of stuff like this. So instead of panicking, let's get into everything else that we have over here because I also need the charger so we can charge this up. So with that being said, let's start with this. This is a carrying case for the PS Vita, and we also have a protective shell, which also comes with more glass panels that we can put on, screen protectors and stuff like that. Actually, I should probably start with the glass. Let's start with that. So this is tempered glass, premium tempered glass. That's the good stuff. That's what we want. This doesn't already have a screen protector on, right? I don't think so. Let's go ahead and put this on. We don't want any scratches on the screen. We already got scratches on the back. We don't want scratches on the screen. Luckily, we have gloves on, so we're not going to leave any greasy-ass fingerprints on the screen. That's very good. Let me put it here so you can see me doing this. All right, let's put this glass on. That's probably as good as we're going to get. All right, let's do the back now. Yeah, there's a lot of scratches on this touch sensor back here. But that's fine. We're going to put a little protection over it. There should be no more scratches, no more. There we go. That adds a little bit of protection now. There's a lot of air bubbles. Alright, we still have like 30 minutes left on the download. We're going to get this plugged into the charger while it does this. So we have this, which is going to be our charger. This is just a normal-ass charger, by the way. This is like a little power charger. It has this thing, too. That's kind of sick. There you go. Okay, we're charging. We're charging. We also got an extra adapter for an SD card. We're not going to really need it. And we also get a case. So we have a case for the Vita now. Put that off to the side for right now. And I'm going to charge it, but let me do this first. So just like the PSP, I got one of these for it, which is like a protective shield. It should work exactly like how the PSP one works, where this is like flipped out. There we go. And there you go. So now we got the PSP all protected and stuff. Our PS Vita, I'm going to keep calling it a PSP throughout this whole fucking stream. It's a PS Vita. I think everyone gets the point. This is a PSP. There's a complete difference. And I'm going to drive myself insane. But there we go. We got all the PlayStation portable devices in cases and protected. I love it. You can pull them out. Oh, look, here's my PSP. I want to watch a movie right now. I got a PSP. Or oh, I want to play a few games. But my Steam Deck, I'm not really like saying I want to play on the Steam Deck actually. Why did this could not download? I was trying to do a little thing right there and it fucked me up. What happened? We're going to try to wait for Borderlands to download, test out a game, and then we're pretty much good. I got everything situated that I wanted to. Let's test out the camera while we wait. While we're waiting. Oh shit, it works very well. Yo, what the fuck? Yo, it's your boy PS Vita Gaming coming at you. Whoa, whoa, that is sick as shit. Yeah, so the camera works very well. You can see it here. Hopefully, you can see my fingies right there. Yo. Alright, let's plug it back in and wait for this to download. Can we just get Black Ops to start? Yes, we can. And Black Ops should be a lot quicker than Borderlands 2 because it's way less gigabytes. We even get remote play with the PS3, so when I do refurbish the PS3, I can probably remote play. So one thing that I do like a lot about this compared to the PSP, the PS Vita actually has a touchscreen, so you can use the touchscreen. The PSP doesn't have that. So that's something that the PS Vita took that the PSP didn't have as well, along with the back touchpad, I guess is what this is, a back touchpad. Now we have Call of Duty installed. Minecraft's gonna download very quickly. Let's go ahead and check out Call of Duty Black Ops Declassified. Let's see how it works. Let's see how it plays. I'm guessing this is a portable version of the Black Ops, so it's probably not the full version. We'll see exactly what we're dealing with here. So there's no zombies or anything on this one, which is unfortunate. I think they could have put a zombie game mode onto it, but who do I know? I'm not a game developer, so maybe it just wasn't feasible. It wasn't feasible. Alright, it's not as easy to play on this thing either. What up?
Wait, so strong?
Yeah, I'm just finishing up.
Yeah, put so much horas into the bow.
I just died because of you.
Me?
I was just testing out a game. But it works, so that's good. We got Minecraft installed on here too now. Yeah. Minecraft PlayStation Vita Edition. Let's see what we're dealing with here. Did the main menu screen just say miners welcome? Alright, let's go. We're playing Minecraft on a PS Vita right now. That's pretty fucking cool. Of course, this is old Minecraft, so this is before all the cool stuff was added. But hey, it's Minecraft nevertheless. Where the fuck am I? Am I in a jungle? I'm in the jungle. Completely different Minecraft experience than what I'm used to. Of course, I have big ass fingers, so I'm gonna accidentally be hitting stuff that I don't mean to hit. But this is fucking dope. So there we go, we got a PS Vita that's fully working. Unfortunately for the PS Vita, it wasn't as successful as its counterpart, the PSP. Mostly because it was overshadowed by the PlayStation 4, which was very unfortunate for it, because I think it's a good device. It was a nice handheld for the time. But the times have changed, and this is an outdated handheld. It doesn't have the cool UMD features, unlike the PSP. So it's like a middle child of history, which will unfortunately most likely be forgotten. But I see a lot of PS Vita content out there, so I don't think people forgot about it quite yet. Plus, these things sell for a lot of money compared to the other consoles that you can get. PSPs you can get for like $90 to $110. PS Vita though, it costs a little bit more. You know, the PS Vitas, they go from anywhere from like $130 all the way up to like $180. Depending on which kind you want to get. Of course, I went with the orange one, which was a 2000 model as well. That was in pretty good quality. So this thing cost like $170. But you can get ones for a lot cheaper. Mostly the default models, like the black ones, those go for really cheap, like $130-ish. So yeah, these are very viable. The storage, the SD card and all that, it only costs about $30 to get. And yeah, that's the PS Vita. And it's a very nice device. I'm glad I have one. And with that, I'll see you all in the next one.